trying to make y'all comfortable. For the record, you ain't trying to grow, then it's done for you. For the record, lab on me going all the way. For the record, ain't trying to link, no time to waste. For the record, 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 for the record. For the record. Been a little too nice to y'all. Now I gotta up price for y'all. Snake eyes on dice for y'all. Shoulders on ice for y'all. Frozen. A6 all the hate. I won't get involved today. Got lost in the ball and age. I'm flipping the bars. I'm flipping the all record.
Welcome guys to the show, Push Boy Podcast. Deron Farmer, Sydney Francis, Jamar Irving. You know.
Well, just in case you've never watched our show before, he said Deron Farmer first. You would think that was him.
I said Sydney Francis, didn't I?
Second.
That's fine.
I'm Deron Farmer, original gentleman. You know what I mean?
Just call me Mark.
You dropping,
young Mark,
you dropping the young?
Yeah.
You about to drop the young?
Yeah, I'm about to switch it to It's Mark.
It's Mark?
Yeah.
Why you gonna change it to It's Mark?
It's just Mark, man. It's Mark, man. It's your boy Mark. That's what I'm about to do. It's your boy Mark. I don't know. Y'all me out with that.
It's been a while.
It's just like the young Mark. I built that up for so many years. It's like that. I feel weird saying it, though. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah. It takes some getting
It's
used to.
young Mark.
I like young Mark. But
It
it's
is
your life. It's who you are. But we're gonna talk about that a little bit today.
I need help from the folks, man. Help me with my name.
Hey, man, look, we just happy as y'all can see. You know what I'm saying? He's back. How you doing, bro? You know what I mean? You've been gone for a while, man. You've been eating, huh? You've been eating. You've been eating. That's what's up.
Oh, my weight went to Mark, dog. That's crazy.
Yeah, his weight went to me.
Man, look, man.
Nah, I'm getting back.
Energy.
I see.
We're supposed to be in Puerto Rico this weekend. You know that, right?
I know, yo.
Today we're supposed to be.
You supposed to be in Puerto Rico?
Puerto Rico.
We probably weren't going, but we was going.
And
discussing
anybody
about
tell
it,
me about
We
it?
did tell you about it. It was for his birthday.
We must have been going to get some more Push Boy shirts.
You brought some more Push Boy shirts.
Yeah.
You know, huh?
In the sand.
Yeah.
Hey, man. But instead we here building.
That's
Yeah,
true.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's a win-win, baby.
Yeah.
You know
What
what I
you
mean?
been up to though?
Me, I just been, pushing original gentleman, man. I'm trying to get these videos together. I'm trying to pump them out. You know what I mean? We sitting in the house. I mean, what else I got to do but create? God gave me.
I
these
seen
tips.
that, Bob. What is original gentleman?
Original gentleman grooming lounge. It's a barbershop. It's a grooming lounge for men.
Nice.
You know what I mean? It's an appointment-based grooming lounge. It's an appointment-based barbershop. Appointment-based. Only appointments. If you don't make an appointment, I can't see you. You know what I mean? I'm like Big Red with 5 heartbeats. My office hours are what? It's like no. Exactly.
Like 9 to 5.
But yeah, man. I've just been trying to get that going. It's been going well.
You're doing a pretty good job too.
What's up with the training joint?
Doing very good. The training thing is going great. I actually have a
what's the name of
14-day focused ambition training. Everybody
Focused
knows that.
ambition
You see
training.
that triangle? Y'all know what it is. It's right here too. So, but yeah.
I want to look at your thighs, cuz.
But it's right there. But yeah, I got a 14-day slim down tone-up challenge about to start actually this Monday. Shout out to all the 15 participants so far that signed up. Deron is one of them. So what you see right now, you're not going to see this.
I'm about to cut this whole image off like half. You know what I mean?
But yeah, I've been doing that. Got that challenge coming up. I'm building my website. Just working on focusing on building it online.
Oh yeah. You got the new business going on.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So because during this virus, people not going outside, so it just forced me to be a little more creative, and go into a lane where I think the future is going anyway. So which is online. So I've been working on building that up, just to continue to create.
Definitely.
Hey, I got a lot of shit going on. I ain't got shit going on.
This nigga said he was out here eating. You know what I'm saying? He was
I ain't
on the
got
right
nothing.
now.
I ain't like these
He in different cities, different states.
He told me you should be in Puerto Rico right now. You see how he living, man?
But nah, I've just been focusing on stocks. He educated me on stocks.
True indeed.
And real estate is just, I'm just trying to make a move in the real estate game.
Yeah.
So that's what I've been working on lately. And a little bit of music. I still write music and stuff like that. So we got some stuff coming.
Oh man, you better be
In
ready.
fact, since we on the show, I'm gonna release something on the 25th of my birthday for the folks, man. Some content, some good content. But just stay tuned.
True indeed.
Yeah.
True indeed. Now, in my well, I know I'm about to switch gears, real quick.
What you normally do?
You know how I do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Can't stay on topic.
I'm about to. Whatever, I'm gonna let that one slide. You know what I mean? My man, you know, I'm just leave that alone. But through my in the house chilling with the family and everything, you know, through talking to you back and forth, I've been talking to you about the HBCUs and how I was looking into their. I was interested in why HBCUs weren't in the bowls, like why I didn't see them in the tournaments, in the bowl tournaments, and football and everything. You know, and then my looking into that, the story went a whole nother way. You know what I'm saying? Because in my research in the HBCUs, I felt like the NCAA was keeping them down, you know, holding them back. And in the way they are, a little bit, you know what I'm saying? In the way they are, I can't say they're not all the way, but it made me look at it like, well, shit, is it us? Are we not supporting our HBCUs enough financially? And are we not enrolling? You know what I mean? Like, are we running to these other schools' educational systems when we have an educational system for higher learning built for us? We complain about it on a high school, elementary, you know, on a grade school level. You know, like, oh, our educational systems we need to be built up. You know, the black teachers here, but when we on a higher level, we have our establishments. You know what I mean? Some of them are struggling.
Yeah.
Why?
Now I just want to go back to
enrollment. That was just my whole little.
I just want to go to enrollment fast because you really don't have a choice too much when you're, say, in elementary school, middle school, high school. You pretty much got to go where your surroundings are. College is when you have the choice.
Yes.
Right? At that point, if you have people in your corner, like say some African American teachers or somebody that's telling you, like, hey, go where now you're going to be able to support your people a whole lot more, actually be around people that like you, who is actually here to actually learn something and actually be a little more positive, depending on where you came from.
Yeah.
Right? But I think we talked about this the other day about, it's more of a brainwashing thing, right? Because I talked about when I was coming out of high school, I was never told about never to go to a predominantly or HBCU. It was more so, go to Rutgers, go to College of New Jersey because they have good programs. You go there just because of that name, you're going to get a better job. Never heard that about HBCU. Right. So in my mind, I need to go to Rutgers and not even think about Clark Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? So
true. Yeah, I mean, I didn't even go to college. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I went to an institute. I went to art institute for a little while. You know what I mean? I didn't finish. You know, it was just that part just wasn't for me. And it would have been great if I would have found that out earlier. But it's wasting my damn money. But the whole when we were in high school, I was interested in HBCU. Like, that was my thing. You know, I wanted to go to Clark Atlanta. I wanted to go to Morgan State. You know what I'm saying? One of those two I wanted to go to. And it was like, once graduation came, I almost didn't even give it a thought anymore. Kind of like what you said, the brainwash thing. Yeah. I wasn't even trying to go there no more. I seen the art institute, it was like, oh, they got exactly what I want, and it's right across the bridge. I'm there. Like, you know what I mean?
So you feel like it's more of an agenda on why it's not promoted to us like that, or you think that is?
You don't see no HBCU commercials.
Right. Okay. So
you see
you
all
think
kinds.
That's by design?
That's the question.
I
know. I'm saying, like, that's the question. Like, is it by design? I'm not sure, because I also feel like it could be by design, but on the other hand, maybe it's not in our budget. You know what I mean? They have to put their money towards getting kids there. Well, that is getting kids there, but to put their money towards other things that maybe putting that commercial on TV outside the area that they're in is not in the budget. You know, because you probably see the commercials if you live around these schools. You know what I'm saying? You probably see advertisements if you live in the area of these schools, but New Jersey has no HBCUs. The closest HBCUs to us is what? Cheney?
Lincoln and Cheney.
And you got what? Dell State and Delaware.
You don't see no advertisement for Dell State either.
No.
Here.
Right.
No. Never.
You feel like our community, our culture as black people don't support HBCUs, or is this more of a lack of, or just basically unaware of the supporting our black colleges and stuff like that?
I think it's not broadcasted enough for our people to even be thinking about donating to an HBCU. because I think that there's people out there that want to support black business. There's people out there that would support HBCUs, but it's just not a topic that's on the table enough, I think, broadcasted to the majority of people that it can actually get to kind of make some type of impact, in my opinion.
True. I feel you.
I feel like it's lost in sauce to our culture. You know what I'm saying? Just like you said, you ain't here, you was unaware, and you won't understand the importance of supporting a black college. You know what I mean? So it's kind of, so me, in my opinion, it's like a loss in the sauce type of miss that I think coming up, you know, we're not aware of in a sense. But I think if we were aware, and it's kind of weird, we don't support our own, and that's well known in our community. We'll buy from the Chinese, or will somebody open up, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like a trend in our culture where we don't support our own. And it's not as important as I was looking at it now. Like, yo, our kids should be going to HBCUs and things of that nature.
It's not even that our kids should be. You know what I'm saying? It's not even an option right now, it seems like. That's my problem. Like, it seems like it's not even on the table. You know what I mean? Like, I wonder how many of our children, I don't know for a fact, but how many of our children go to their guidance counselors or are in school and these HBCUs are brought to them? Like you were saying, none were brought to you.
No.
This was back when? You know what I'm saying? 2001.
Yeah.
2000.
Right.
Like, nah, nothing.
None was brought to me.
But they were brought to me. I had a different experience. Now, I went on college trips. I went from here down to Florida, over to Alabama, Tennessee,
I even remember me
up to Chicago, back to Jersey,
I even
visiting HBCUs, right? But it was that's what I'm saying, it was broadcasted to me, like in my face. And for me, it was like, okay, well, if I got this information, well, how hard is it for everybody else?
Next question, was it presented to you in a way of, by you going there, it's going to support, you know, the forward movement of your people?
You felt that.
You felt that, but was it presented to you that way? That is really important.
Yes.
It was okay.
It was because, like I said, we couldn't go in this college store. Shout out to C-Call. That was the organization that took us. I couldn't even tell you what the acronym stood for anymore. Yeah, I know. All right, horrible. But Reverend Copeland he came to the church and he dropped this information on us. You know what I mean? And the importance of it. We couldn't go in these college stores unless you read W.E.B. Du Bois' Miseducation of the Negro. You had to answer these questions about it. You had to write a report about it. You had to do all this work, and you had to also read his book. You know what I'm saying? Reverend Copeland's book, which was about just education and I think it was about education, and it was an eye-opening experience just reading Miseducation of the Negro. You know what I mean? And on these college tours, we go to Booker T. Washington, where he grew up at. You know, his home, see how he lived. We stood on plantations in the middle of the day. Yeah. You know what I mean? You go through these things. So this whole process of this tour, it was an important thing in my life as far as looking at higher education, because it puts you in that place. You know, we went to Morehouse, we went to Spelman, we went to Fisk, we went to Clark. You know what I'm saying? We went to North Carolina A&T, and you go in these schools, you go on the tours and everything, and you see the campus, you see full of African Americans, full of black people. You know what I mean? It's like, why would this not be home? Why would this not feel comfortable? Why this feels so right? You know what I mean? But on the other hand, if I was born in the suburbs and I lived there 24/7, I went to school with white people all the time, why would I want to go to an HBCU? Because I feel I'm out of place. You understand what I'm saying?
How important is it for you, like for our culture, community, blacks in particular, to go to HBCUs? Or is it important to you?
I think it's very important, because I think it's important, but I also think that going to another school also gives you a different, kind of a better feel of how life is going to be outside of that. Because when you get out into the real world,
going to a better school.
Because when you get out into the real world,
okay,
you're not just going to be around African Americans.
Right.
You want to be able to still be able to have a conversation and associate with other people from other races and cultures. That's the one good thing I think that I learned from college, going to not a predominantly all black school, because I was able to now talk to someone who's Caucasian, talk to someone who's Asian, talk to someone who's Indian, talk to someone who's who's Arabic, everywhere, and now just get a better understanding of where they come from, and now I can have a conversation with them, as opposed to just going to a all black school where now you might not be able to operate in that kind of environment.
Yeah, exactly. I definitely understand what you're talking about right there, because like I talked to you off camera. I felt that same situation. Like I said, I didn't go to college, but I grew up in Canada. And barely no white people here.
Nah,
you know what I'm saying? Two white people in the whole town, right? But not many white people here. But when I'm in a work environment, I know how to handle myself with anyone. You know what I mean? It's just that, so I'm looking at you as when you went to Rutgers, you learned how to mingle with all. You already did know how to mingle with all, because even when you went to your jobs, or you had teachers, or you go to the doctor's office, you were mingling with those people. Now, you might have mingled with them better. You might have mingled with them more on a friendship level. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Now, because with all these people I might mingle with, how many people outside of my actual race do I actually call my friend?
Yeah, what you brought up?
I hear what both of y'all saying. You know what I mean? I feel like it's important when it comes to spending the money. I would rather that money go to a HBCU, a black family. In my opinion, I see the importance of what you're saying as far as like being around different cultures, and because I think that's the goal in college. Mm-hmm. When you have it's not even more the education, the people that you meet, and the next opportunity that you can build relationships with. You know what I'm saying? That's a goal, man. That's the real wealth.
That's what you get when you go to them, not historical.
So that's why I said, I agree. I see both of y'all points, and I just feel like, me personally, I feel like HBCUs is important, and it should definitely be more highlighted, because from an economical aspect of it, we should support our own as a black culture. That's how I feel. Because even if we gotta stick to each other, man. We the only race that kind of like overlook our own selves in a sense, and all the other races they want to push that. You feel me?
Because if you look at when we had to go,
it gotta be important to us. You feel me?
Yeah,
that's what I'm trying to say.
Because we can't sit here.
That's my point.
We can't sit here and say we support black. You know what I'm saying? We buy black. We're gonna go do this. We're gonna go do that, and then stop at education. Mm-hmm. And say, nah, you know what? As far as our education,
that's our problem.
So like,
and then when we do have it, we don't support it.
And here's one of the other big problems. If I'm an athlete, all right? If I'm a football player, I'm all American. You know what I'm saying? I'm right here in the city. You know what I'm saying? I'm just doing my thing. I'm highly recruited. All right? I got some of the best football programs coming at you. You know what I mean? But I also got, some of the best HBCU programs coming at me. You know what I mean?
Let's just keep it real, dog. Let's just have a real moment.
But hold on. I'm about to
athletes do that because they want the marketing.
But check me.
As far as television.
So you're telling me you're just selling out?
That's what I'm trying to say.
Exactly.
Let's keep it real.
So are we cool?
Go to these schools, these D1 schools, over HBCUs because of the look. So
now by making that choice, you have to understand it's nobody else but you killing your own people.
But that's
no. But this is the thing. So when we make the choice to say, okay, cool, I could go to this HBCU. I could take my talent over here and still get to the league, without a doubt. But no. It's not true. It's not true, because you got to play against some of the best talent. That's another thing.
Well, that's the thing.
That's what
now, what I'm saying. And the best talent
is at these other schools.
The best talent is African American, right?
Exactly.
Now, if the majority of the top athletes decide to say, you know what, we want to support HBCUs as opposed to supporting this other place,
the whole world is shift to.
It'll all shift
exactly.
to HBCUs.
If the next
them recruits and them scouts will have to come and sit in those seats.
The next 10 classes choose to do that. If the next 10 graduating classes choose to do that, the power shift will shift. You will have no other choice, because something will have to. It's going to take a while. It's going to take a while because finances has to come right behind it. Yeah. You got to understand.
It's a domino effect.
But yeah, the NCAA has something in place, that a point system in place, whereas though each school gets 2 points, gets a point for each player. For graduating, you get a point, and for grade point average, your grade point average is correct, you get a point. So if you complete school and you graduate, that's 2 points towards the school. Along the athletes you get voted. Now you're supposed to meet a 900 on this APR. The 900 is passing.
Okay.
I think right. Yeah, 900.
Now what?
A 900 is passing. Now, if you can't even bring, if you're at a school, I can't get the top athlete, right? All right, because he went to UCLA somewhere or something, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now, boy, still he nice, but he not like him. But he got a problem with his grades. Now, all right, I snatch him up. I bring him to the program. Now, I don't have. We used to have the money to have tutors and everything, or people to help them get to their classes and everything, and do everything they had to do. But we used to have 5 people on staff. Now we down to 2. You know what I mean? For all the sports. Like, you understand what I'm saying? We got to travel. We got to do everything. It's no way impossible if we don't have finances plus support from us that we can compete. You can't compete without the finances, the backings from all these people talking about they got billies. Ain't putting nothing towards us. Yeah. Well, some of them are. Some of them are. I ain't gonna say nobody. Some of them are. But you can't. It's no way. It's no way you building schools other places, and we got our forefathers built these schools, helped build these schools. And you trying to tell me that you don't give a damn about putting most of your money, you philanthropy, whatever you want on with it, towards this? I don't get it.
And here's the thing: we as a people, as African Americans, we spend the most money.
The most.
Out of everybody else, right? So if we decided to just donate 2% of what we spend on everything else, Jordan, sneakers, everything, right? We decided just to donate just 2% of that to HBCUs. We would save so many schools.
Yeah.
Just from that. But even getting that 2% is going to take a lot, you know.
Seriously, man. Well, like while Bill was drugging these white women, he was pushing HBCUs left and right every day.
Bill.
He was cracking them with a fucking HBCU sweater on and shit. Bill Cosby.
Oh, Bill Cosby. Oh, shit.
Oh, man.
But then I just read something today about when Donald Trump signed a $250 million a year bill to help support HBCUs. So that's going to go a long way and help a lot of schools. But I think that, still, I mean, of course, there were people in the White House that's pushing for that.
Yeah.
Still. But,
yeah, I mean, that's dope.
That's good. That's great. That's
dope.
a start, right?
So $250 million
a year.
Yeah, I mean, a year. That is dope to go to all the HBCUs to help all of them. That's dope. I'm just saying. That's like 120 schools got to split $250 million. Everybody get a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everybody get
Ain't
a
gonna
bit.
be on the what's the solution? What can we do?
It was
that's about $2 million each a year.
$2 million each year.
Mm-hmm.
$2 million each year.
Close to $2.1 million a year.
That's cool.
That'll help.
That'll help.
That will create a lot of jobs. Actually,
it helped. The two. It was like North Carolina A&T, right next to North Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
Was it North Carolina State?
Yeah, North Carolina State.
Excuse me. North Carolina's budget for them to educate, to help their kids' education, help their athletes' education, for their tutors and everything, and people to make sure they get to class and everything.
Mm-hmm.
The budget they had for that was larger than North Carolina A&T's budget for their whole program.
Wow.
like you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like so the scale is tipped like way. It's crazy. It's going to take a long time.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's going to take a long time, but it has to start somewhere.
Mm-hmm. And I think it's just more so. I feel like our people need to kind of get back to some of the old roots of really looking out for each other. Because I know you've been saying all the things on Facebook, Day 70 and all that stuff. But one trend that I noticed throughout all this is when some of these individuals were struggling, the community came right behind to their aid.
Exactly.
Raise money to get people to go to the X, Y, and Z, or to get to the next level where they're trying to get to.
Exactly.
Or they created a platform for this person who was stopped from going somewhere because they were people of color.
Mm-hmm.
So they actually created a platform for them so that this person could display their talent, as opposed to saying, well, let's make sure let's force them to get into this, this arena where they're being rejected. Let's create a platform here for them to display their talent.
This is Push Boy asking, are we willing to support our HBCUs, or we just don't want it no more? You know what I'm saying? Because if we don't want the historically black educational programs to keep going, you know what I mean? Then just keep not supporting them like we have been. But if we want this to keep going, we gotta make an effort. Somehow, some way, those who are able to has to take a step forward. Like, help your community. Help our educational system. There's no reason.
I will hope my child will go to a black college or some black institute. That'll be a dream of mine. Nobody gonna show you the real more better than your own people. You know what I mean? So that's just my opinion. That's a dream of mine. If that was my, I would aim her in the direction of stick close to your folks, man.
We got a lot of soul searching to do. You know what I'm saying? Our black athletes, you know, male, female, we got a lot of soul searching to do. Are we gonna keep our talents and build them in our community? Or are we just gonna say, hey, my talent is for sale, you can have it at the highest bid? That's the real.
Yeah.
Preach.
That's all I got to say.
For the record. Been a little too nice to y'all. Now I gotta up price for y'all. Snake eyes on dice for y'all. Shoulders on ice for y'all. Bros.